Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. In this video we are modding the Stellar Blade. This is texture modding only. We are not doing any costume models or mesh replacements in this one. Instead I am going to show you how to extract and edit textures, which is a stable and reliable method that works not just for Stellar Blade, but for almost any other Unreal Engine games. So if you've ever wanted to learn how to grab textures, customize them in Photoshop, and pack them back into the game, this tutorial will give you the full process. Whether you're modding Stellar Blade or any other Unreal Engine titles, this method will carry over. So let's jump right in. Let's start by downloading FModel. Head over to the official website, link is in the description, and download it like this. This tool is for extracting the game assets. Once it's downloaded, open the file using WinRAR or 7-zip, and extract the file into a new folder on your drive. Now open that folder and launch FModel. This will bring up the setup menu. Now let's configure it. First, go to the directory section and click on this. Then navigate to your Stellar Blade installation folder, and specifically select the folder named SB. Select the folder and confirm. Next, under Unreal Engine version, choose 4.26. This is the correct Unreal Engine version for a Stellar Blade. Then click OK to finish the setup. You might see an error message pop up. Just close it. Right after, you'll likely get a prompt saying there is an update available. Click Download Latest Release and confirm. Wait for it to finish. FModel will restart and start loading the files. If you've used FModel before, it might skip the setup screen and go straight to the main interface. In that case, make sure to update first, same as before. Then go to the top and click Directory. Then Selector, to reopen the setup menu and configure everything properly. Now, these are the files we are looking for. Game assets are stored inside these files. To access them, first we need an AES key. I've put the key for a Stellar Blade in the video description. You can also find AES keys for many other games in this website. Come to the key section, then find the one you're looking for. Not all games require a key, but a Stellar Blade does. Once you have the key, go back to the FModel and click Directory, then AES, and paste the key into the field provided here. Click OK to confirm. Now we need one more thing, a mapping file. This helps FModel understand the game file structure so we can extract assets properly. You can download the mapping file from the Google Drive link I provided in the video description. It should be a US map file. Now in FModel, go to Settings, then on this menu in General, go to Advanced and enable Local Mapping File option. And click on this, then locate your downloaded mapping file. And click Open. Hit OK to finish. And that's it. Now we can start loading and exporting textures and other assets. First, in FModel, go to Top and set the loading mode to All. Then click Load. In the Folders section, you'll see a folder called SB. Expand that. Then expand the Content folder. This is where all the game assets are stored. To find character models, go into the Art folder, then into Characters folder. Inside you'll see subfolders for different character types, like Monster, NPC, and PC, which stands for Player Character. Since we are working on Eve, who is the main character, expand the PC folder. Inside, you'll find folders for each version of Eve's model. The default one is inside the folder named CHP Eve 09. So that's the one we are going to work with. When you expand it, you'll see a texture folder inside. That's where all the texture files for this model are stored. First, click on the base folder, CHP Eve 09, and make sure it's highlighted. Then go to the top and click on Packages to view all the files inside that folder. In here, you'll see various files, including the 3D model. You can usually tell which one is which based on the file name structure. This one is the main 3D file. Double-click on it to open it in the 3D viewer. You'll be able to preview the mesh, although sometimes the textures won't display correctly. Don't worry, that's normal. We did this to only confirm that this is the model we want. Once you've confirmed it's the right model, close the 3D viewer and go back to the folder section. Now that we verified this is the correct folder, go into the texture folder, highlight it. Then go up to the packages again to view the actual texture files. You'll see a bunch of them. Double-click any of them to preview them on the right. Most textures will come in 3 or 4 versions. Diffuse, also called base color, normal map, emissive, and ORM, which contains occlusion, roughness, and metallic in one texture. And keep in mind, the model is often split into different materials, like the body, the out of it, and maybe accessories. So each part will have its own set of textures. That's why you'll see multiple groups of these formats. The easiest way to figure out which texture belongs to which part is by opening the diffuse, the base color, and checking it visually. You'll quickly spot the difference between out of it, skin, and other parts. Once you've confirmed the textures are correct, these are the ones you want, let's export everything. In the Folders section, right-click on the Texture folder and choose Save Folder Packages Textures. Now it will start exporting all the textures, and by default, they'll be saved as PNG files, which is perfect for editing. When it's done, you'll get a notification. Now let's go and locate the files we exported. First, go into your FModel directory, and you'll see an output folder. Open it. Then go into Exports, and from there into the SB folder. Inside, follow the same folder structure as you saw in FModel. Go through the content, art, characters, and so on. Eventually, you will reach the textures we exported as PNG files. You can tell which texture is which just by looking at the images or checking the file's name. Now, to edit them, we'll need an image editor. You can use anything like Photoshop or GIMP, whatever you're comfortable with. I've got Photoshop open, and I'm going to start by editing the base color texture, also known as diffuse map. This is the one that controls the visible color of the model. I'll choose the out of its texture, drag and drop it into the Photoshop like this. And once it's loaded, I can start painting, replacing, do whatever I want. For example, I just paint the entire thing white using the brush tool. If I save and install this texture, eaves out of it in the game will appear completely white. But here is something to watch out for. Sometimes you'll see overlays showing up, like these green lines on the model. That's controlled by another texture, usually something called detail mask. Find that file in the texture folder and open it in Photoshop, just like the other file. Since it's not a base color texture, the format is different, don't try to recolor it normally. It won't change anything. Use the eraser tool and erase all the green areas. Leave the texture blank. This disables the overlays, and now our white out of it will show correctly in the game. Now about other base colors. You can do the same thing with skin textures. For example, if you want to add a tattoo, open the skin base color on Photoshop, then drag and drop a tattoo PNG image onto the same image in Photoshop, like this, and position it where you want it to be, using the tools on the left. And that's it. Save it, and you'll see it in the game. This method works for any diffuse textures. Now let's quickly go over the other types of texture maps. Normal map. This is the purple texture. It gives the illusion of depth without adding more polygons on the 3D model. If you want to remove all the details from it, just fill it with a flat purple color, like this. Emissive map. This is usually a black and white texture. It controls what part of the model glow. White emits light, black, no glow. ORM texture. This one packs 3 maps into one single texture. Red channel equals ambient occlusion. It adds shadows in creases. Green channel equals roughness. How shiny or matte it looks. Blue channel equals metallic. It reflects like metal. If you want to remove all effects, you can fill it out with yellow. But honestly, you usually don't need to touch the ORM map, unless you're editing the mesh as well. So now, I made my edits, painted the end of it white, removed the detail mask, and added a tattoo to the skin. Time to export them. First, select them one at a time, then go to File, Export, Quick Export as PNG. Choose your save directory and make sure the file name is the exact same as the original one. Don't touch it. That's very important. And save. Repeat the export process for any other textures you've edited. Once you're done, close Photoshop, and now we are ready to move on and package these textures back into the game using Unreal Engine. Download the Epic Games launcher from the official website. Link is in the description. Once it's downloaded, install it like any regular program. After installation, launch the Epic Games launcher. And make sure to create an account and log in. It's free. I am in. Once you're in, go to the left side menu, click on Unreal Engine. And then at the top here, go to the Library tab. You'll see the Unreal Engine versions listed here. Click on this plus icon to add a new version. Then click on this version, and from the list, select Unreal Engine version 4.26. That's the version Stellar Blade is using. After that, download and install it. Then wait for it to finish. Once it's done, click Launch to open Unreal Engine. It might take a moment to process and initialize everything. Be patient. After it's done, the project setup window will appear. This is it. Let's set it up. Here, choose Games. Then click Next. Select the blank template and click Next again. Okay, set this to Blueprint. Target platform to desktop and console. Quality to maximum. And starter content, no starter content. Ray tracing, disabled. And finally, name the project, which is this, SB, shorter for Stellar Blade. You can choose a custom directory for the project if you want, but the default location works just fine. So finally, click Create Project, and wait for it to load everything and launch Unreal Engine. Alright, welcome to Unreal Engine. Let's get to work. What we care about here is the content browser, which is this. That's where all your assets go. I usually maximize it so I don't get distracted by the rest of the interface. Now, click this button to show the source panel as well. Here is what we do next. We are going to recreate the folder structure for our textures from FModel. So, open FModel and put it on the side. And go to the folder section so you can see the path for the textures. Start recreating that folder structure inside Unreal. Start from Art. Here is how. Open the Content folder and right-click here. Choose New Folder and name it Art. Now open the Art folder, right-click again, create a new folder, and this time name it Character. Why? Well, because that's my texture folder path. You can tell by checking in FModel. Get it? Keep going. Make another folder inside character and name it PC. Then inside PC, name this one CHP-EVE09. That's for the model I am modding. Yours can be different. Then finally make another one inside and name it textures and done. That's it. With the structure ready, we can now import our edited textures and package them for the game. Alright, we are at the final step. First, make sure you're inside the textures folder in the content browser. Then, locate the textures you've exported from Photoshop and drag and drop them into the texture folder like this. And that's it, they are now imported. It's time to package them into a usable mod file. Go back to the content folder or the art folder and right-click inside it. Go to miscellaneous and select data asset. In the pop-up menu, search for the primary. Then select primary asset label. Name it whatever you want. I name it label my mod. Open the data asset you just created and let's tweak some settings. Set priority to 1. For chunk ID, enter a number like 300. Anything unique is fine. Next, uncheck this box and set cook rule to always cook. Then uncheck these last two options. And done. Now under explicit asset, click the plus sign to add asset slots. You'll need one slot for each texture you imported. If you accidentally add too many, you can delete them. No problem. Now, go to your texture folder, select your textures one at a time, and drag and drop them into each slot. Just like that. Once all in the place, click Save. Then close the asset. Okay, it's time to package, but before we package, let's change few important project settings. Go to the top menu, click Edit, Project Settings. Then in this menu, go to the Packaging section here. And make sure the following 3 options are enabled. Use pack file, use IO store, generate chunks. Close the settings when you're done. Now we are ready to package the mod. Go to File, Package Project, and Windows. Then click Select Folder. And that's it, we are packaging. It might take a few minutes. Once it's done, go to your project directory, which by default is in Documents, Unreal Projects, SB, Windows No Editor, SB, Content, and Packs. You'll see 3 files with the chunk ID you set, Pack, UCAS, and UTOC. These are your mod files. Now, here is a very important step. Rename all 3 files to something clean, no space, no symbols, and add _p at the end of the name. For example, mymod_p. Make sure all 3 files shares exact same name. Once renamed, select all 3, copy them, and go to your Stellar Blade installation folder. Navigate to SB, Content, Packs. Inside the Packs folder, create a new folder and rename it ~mods with the tilde. Open that folder and paste your mod files inside there. That's it, you're done. Run the game and enjoy your costume texture. This whole guide was focused on editing and replacing textures, and it works for any Unreal Engine games, not just a Stellar Blade. For more guides, help, and updates, make sure to join this Discord server. The link is in the description. Also, don't forget to check out the GitHub Wiki. It has everything you need, including step-by-step tutorials for modding a Stellar Blade. The wiki gets updated daily. New info every day, so definitely bookmark it. All the links are in the video description. Next, I'll be making a full guide on how to mod mesh files for a Staller blade, so if you're into Unreal modding, make sure to subscribe. Drop your questions in the comments and good luck with your modding.
We'll have to go across, past the parking tower.